Hey everyone, let's build the Bee Farm by LEGO Minecraft. Set number 21165 contains 238 bricks, and that's what it looks like, and we already have the parts set out. Alright, so this is bag 1 here, and this is bag 2. I'll slide that off to the side, and, well, let's look at the manual real quick to see what we have in here. This is a little bit different than I normally do. Usually I do bedside builds. Well, today it is actually 2:30 in the afternoon. So I'm a little more chipper than I normally am. And that's what we got to do there. Okay, let's start beginning with bag 1. The reason why I'm doing it now is this is the very last set that I have in my personal collection. I'm anxious to get it done. So we got to do that. This is the very last set I have to build, and I want to hurry up and just get it done and get it out of here because I really want to get onto some bigger stuff, big projects, and just sitting here and getting all these these little sets out of the way, it just makes a big help, if I want to do something of my own. So it's unusual you'll see me here in the daytime. Yeah, so I got a bunch of work that I'm working on right now, but the computer's checking for errors and stuff like that. It could take, anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours, so I may have to stop briefly a few times to cater to that. But that's okay. And for those who don't know, yes, I have a day job, so that's what it is. And today it is, I work from home, so that's what it is. That's probably the only benefit to it. And trying to keep everything in the frame here. Just like with these Minecraft sets, it's just tons of little accessories. Hopefully this one's a little different. So we're going to do the villager now. So let's get it on with this and get it out of here. Because honestly, I want to do more of the custom stuff. Matter of fact, I've been overwhelmed with tutorials lately in terms of ideas. A lot of stuff that I can't complete because I don't have a lot of the parts, so I have to just improvise and stuff. And yes, we are doing the little accessories. I am so glad that I am getting these done. You do not know how bad I am wanting to get these all built here. I had a fan ask me, "You don't seem too happy doing reviews." And when you're a mock builder, it just feels like I'm being, if you're into this, you'll know where I'm coming from with it. It feels like you're being stifled, like you're being held back from from possible potential here on building your own things. And it's just like, these are just sets. They're nothing more to me than just a source for parts. A few sets I've kept just because either have some kind of sentimental value to me or they're just cool looking. And that's just how it is, Which always brings up a topic, some people get into this Lego thing for an investment. And I mean literally investing. Like, they'll buy sets, sit on them for 20 years or 10 years, and when they're retired, they sell them for some ridiculous, blown up price. That's when I see sets that I want, and somebody wants, 5 times the amount for the retail value of it because it's just been retired. Well, I'll just piece the set together myself, download the building guide, and build it from there. Okay, we got to make 4 angry bees. Which way do these go on? Okay, the red eyes go at the bottom down here, I think, like that, with this part on top. And if I'm going to invest this, you know, to me investing into this though is, it's just basically a hobby. This is just meant to kill some time between jobs. You know, I had a fan the other day, well, why don't you do this full time? You know, and I'm like, dude, I have bills to pay. You know, how do you think I keep the light on and the internet going? You know, I mean, nobody gives me that stuff for free. I wish they did. And, well, if you try hard, I'm like, well, that's just it. I don't have the time to try hard on that stuff. So, I just don't have that kind of time to invest into it. A lot of guys who do this, and gals, you know, they're stay-at-home parents. You know, they already have a significant other, spouse, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, husband, wife, that can do that. They already have an income rolling in. And that's just how it is. And no, I'm not going to take a second out of my property just to do Lego full time. So there's the 4Bs. Next we got to build the sheep, and then after that we can start doing the big stuff. So, you know, to each his own, I guess, but for me this is just meant for fun, and I may start implementing a new policy now on when somebody starts getting rude with me about, well, you could do this and that, and where's my video and stuff, and then I'm like, well, I don't owe you any video. I guess you need to be blocked. There you go. Got that out of the way. Now we can do the big stuff. But, you know, some people do take this seriously, and I just wish that more people would get into this for the hobby. I'll just sit back and just build things. Just sit down and just build something. Doesn't matter if it looks good or not. Nobody cares. Just build. There's a piece up here. So, anyways, though, I'm going to try to get these done real quick. I'm just checking for projects, and I think it may be done. I don't know. I just want to hurry up and finish this up really quick today. You know, just to kind of get it done here. And two, a lot of people are just not into Minecraft sets, really. They're not really into Minecraft sets. Kind of sad, but it's true. And I'm hoping this goes quick. Alrighty. Alright, let me go check here. Alright, with the magic of YouTube, I'm back, and I'm starting to send some stuff over to a client. So, yeah, it's a little busy right now. Kind of like my lunch break / work time. I work through lunch breaks. I know some people who don't do that, but I do, just to hurry up, and it just helps speed the day up a bit more, you know, to get it done quicker. And yes, you see all brittle brown there. Yeah, I'm still getting some comments about, on this channel, some people thinking I'm still in videos for myself, and they don't know. So I'm thinking about making a face video on here talking about this channel. So, you know, some people look at it, they'll go, oh, okay, never mind. So that's my bad, you know. If I make a mistake like that and somebody gets confused and I didn't tell them, that's on me, you know. You know, so we'll take care of that. Must have some technic going on in there. Alright, we got one of these Technic nails. Okay. Well, just take that out and do it like this, I guess, huh? I don't know how far that's going to go in there. Sometimes it doesn't really tell you, so you have to look at the next page, like, okay, shove it all the way in. I would never have known that. So, sometimes it's like, why? And you want to have a little bit of wiggle room, not that much wiggle room, but just enough for it to bounce a little bit. See that? You know, you put those too tight, it would be very hard to maneuver, and you'll prematurely wear out your parts. So you don't want to do that. I've learned that from building some Technic sets. I did get a request for Technic, and I'm like, well, I didn't sign up for with the program I'm in for those, so I don't think I'll be doing Technic anytime soon. And most of the stuff I do is city building anyways, like city and suburbs, what I call Lego City stuff. Alright. Alright, so at least they show us here, and they show us an overhead view. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to look like. So far I haven't done that yet, but let's put this in here next. And yeah, I do sound a little tired. I didn't sleep well last night at all, and my allergies are flaring up. So go figure there. And there you go. Looks just like the picture. I like seeing some of these sets where they have a little bit of mobility in them. Yeah, but and I still haven't really started that campground yet. I wanted to start it the other day, and it got too late. Yeah, and then I had a couple ideas for tutorials. I decided to do those real quick. So that took up some time. Well, I was building some tutorials. And when the ideas are hot in your mind, you want to get them out on canvas. Well, in Lego form anyways. And that's what I did. And I'm short some pieces on a few of them. I have some really good ideas that I want to squeeze out by the end of the year. And those come before mocks. Tutorials will always come before mocks. Oh, can't do that with one hand, huh? So my allergies have been flaring up. I think I have a head cold. I heard flu season's going to be pretty brutal. Step 18 is just to flip it. And that's a step right there to do that. And then this, I think, goes here. Here. I don't know, it doesn't look right. I guess it is. There we go. Yeah, we're just doing plates and stuff now. We're just building a platform. You know. That's why I'm like, I gotta get these out of here. I gotta get them done. There we go. When family and friends give me sets, it's not that I'm not appreciative or anything. It's just, you know, for me now, it's just, all these are is you know, time wasters, you know. And they know that, you know, this is just minutes for fun. This is pretty much what I'm doing now. I bet that I bet this Technic plate goes in here. Well, that's exactly what it does. Alright, it's like a mechanism. Oh, there it is. You know, I don't think I have any of these in green. Alrighty. When I was a kid, those didn't exist. You had to use a bushing in there to prevent that from grinding and stuff. Wow. 3-stud long Technic nail. Let's see. Okay. Trying my best to keep everything in the frame. I'm just looking over my shoulder here. Just still in the 90s out here, and not really cool or anything like that. Although back east they've been getting hit with their first snowstorms and stuff, and it's cold. There's a YouTuber I watch, he's in New York, and they complain about it being in the low 40s in the daytime, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to have it in the 40s out here instead of it being in the 90s for fall. You know, they're talking about global warming over there. They're hitting almost record lows, and I'm like, not out here, we're not. Alrighty. This thing should turn. Indeed it does. See, it feels a bit stiff. Let me loosen it up a bit here. There we go. You want it to be pretty loose. I don't know, maybe it's a little jiggly there. Yeah, it's pretty good. And it even shows you can rotate that too, which is pretty cool. So we already figured that much out. And now I may have to stop a few times as somebody comes at my door or calls my phone. Don't worry, I'll edit all those out. Making sure that's not a U-line hole coming in here, or a U-line order. This must be the part we usually turn. You usually use these rounded gears for turning, like for you to take your hand and spin. So I think what we're doing, we're probably going to attach the bee to this here, or it just flies in circles. Okay. I need to get more stud flowers eventually. Okay. And no, it's not Lego related. Matter of fact, I got asked the other day if I had a loading dock here at my place. I'm like, no, I don't. It was for Lego stuff too. And I'm like, no, I don't have a loading dock here. There's some people down the street that actually have a loading dock. I've never thought about it. No. If I was doing Lego hardcore full time, yeah, I would probably say yes, but oh, we got to make 2 of those. Never mind, I looked at it wrong. What kind of blocks these are for? Yeah, it's nice to get all these done here. It's just time consuming. More flowers. Why don't you just tell me to build all those in the one step instead of doing 1 page at a time? Like we have 2 flowers and then one's missing. Wouldn't you fill the whole stem up? I kid you not. I'll show you here in the book. I mean, just 2 of those. And you leave that out. I don't know. Usually I fill the whole stems up. I guess there's other reasons and such for that. That kind of thing. Alrighty. And we have the fire thing here, which goes here, with the short side facing us. And there's a slope that fits inside there, which probably is going to be a bitch to get out once you put that in there. Okay, so we're done with that. And the sheep goes here. Okay, and we're halfway through the book. I'm going to probably take a breather here after I get done planting tons of this wheat. You know, yeah, this is probably one of the weirdest sets. Not the weirdest, but it's just so many little things that you're putting on here. That's why I'm kind of bored with Minecraft sets. I know the old ones were like this, but the newer ones, they kind of broke away from it, and then now I'm kind of doing this again. And I think maybe, I don't know if I can do an honest review on this one or not, you know, because it's just, I think I'm just getting bored with doing Minecraft sets. They were fun when they came out. They had a lot of the really good parts. They still do. These are just getting to be a little redundant after a while, so. And hold on, I gotta, let me and another flower, cool, man. One flower at a time. Let's just do them all one at a time. So they're just dragging this step. I bet this book could be condensed. It could be condensed. Alrighty. More flowers. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, doing one page with one flower at a time, why don't you just tell me to build these in different colors and I could have just dropped them all in there. But I got to make two of these. What are these, like little rose bushes or something? See, they're kind of falling apart. Usually I save the landscaping for last in any of my Lego builds. When I do a manual, that is the last thing we put in there because the stuff will fall off. And I guess it's to each his own. And then we got to make this thing here. Looks like something to spin around and annoy the parents with. So it looks like we flipped that upside down and you place these in like so. And this goes here. I think the last part is just the trees. It's just all green stuff. And oh my goodness, we got to put all those bees on there too. Alright, let's see here. I got to put all those on there. They're all facing upwards. Oh, I see how that goes together. I was like, why are they all facing upwards? Alright, so we're going to have to start planting these in here now. Can you even see what I'm doing? Absolutely not. So wait a minute, I've got them backwards here. Because this is well, I got a job that just got done and I have to get this part done here first because I'll forget. I'm probably going to take a break when I'm done with this bag here, but I'm going to go crank the air up too. You know, surprising with LED lights, they still put out a lot of heat. Just the wavelength from the lights. And then, see, these flowers are already breaking apart. So this set here is just, I mean, it's a time waster all right, but I just really want to get this done here. So that's what it's supposed to do. So you're supposed to spin this and it goes like that. And I think that's it. And so far that's where we're at. So I gotta do some work real quick. And yay, we gotta build more bees. Not a whole lot left for bag 2, you know, but for bag 1 so far, you know, and just think I'll fix the camera angle too. That's what we have for bag 1. And about 4 hours later I'm back and I changed the camera angle. Now guys and gals, you see why I do not do these in the daytime. Yeah, and that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do right now is just blast through this real quick. You know, I hate worse when you're about to finish up a day's worth of work, and of course somebody, you know, straggles in here and goes, "Oh, you need to do something real quick. I got something you need to get done here. Can you do this real fast?" And I'm like, okay. And you get to that point of, I was ready to wrap up a day's worth of work. So now that's why I do these late at night or early in the morning. You really can't do things on your break or anything like that. So I'm just going to try to speed through this real quick just to get it done. Kind of just want to relax for the evening, and I'm just going to slap these together, then we'll straighten them up later. And just trying to get things done. So I just started going through the parts for the campground. It means I'm starting to build it now. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge because I got to build terrain up, because, you know, just make everything flat is pretty easy, but then again, when you go camping and well, hold on. Okay, had to dig that out way behind the counter. Alright, time to get a little brutal with this stuff. And yes, it's one of those days again, and what day do you think it is? It's Monday. Maybe I shouldn't have done this on a Monday. Yeah. Humidity's like 80%, hot, miserable, and it's October. Go figure. And, okay. No one's ever told me in these things I complain too much, so I think we're okay. This one shouldn't be too terribly bad. We're just doing all the little stuff first, so you know, it's not like building a friend set or whatever where you're kind of just all over the place. These Minecraft sets, you know, get redundant after a while. I just want to hurry up and get them done. Okay, what you're supposed to do here is you're supposed to swap these out right here and put these in here. So, setting those off to the side. I'll probably put those friendly ones in later on. Right now I just want to build this and kind of get it done. I've been really kind of pulling out a lot of the parts for terrain and stuff, and I thought, well, if I'm needing all these pieces all the time for making terrains, I may start doing that more permanently. Now somebody will probably ask, well, why, if you don't like doing reviews so much, why do you do them? It's just, well, this is a personal set. I don't want to just somebody giving me a set and then I just kind of just toss it to the side and just part it out without building it, and that's just kind of inconsiderate and rude. I don't want to do that. Alright. I mean, is this a relaxing build so far? Yeah, it's just kind of redundant. Even to get a break from work, I think I'd rather do work than these Minecraft sets at this point. And that's sad, but when you start feeling like this is a job building things, yeah, it's not worth it. Had a viewer of mine saying, why don't my videos get a lot of views and stuff? I'm like, I don't spam the living daylights out of my content. Maybe I should, but remember, I don't post every day. We are missing a bunch of these little 1x1 plates. They're not in the other bin. Really, Lego? I got yellow. Did I swap them with some of the bee colors? Let me go back in here and take a look. My luck, I probably did. Well, those are yellow at the bees. Oh yeah, I did. Well, I guess I'll have to go back and take those apart. Yeah, Monday. I will never do these. Yep. I will never do these in the daytime ever again. I think I'd rather somebody complain that I'm too tired to do these versus doing them when I'm in the daytime. I'm awake, but when you have a lot of other day job stuff to do. And I had a fan one time ask me, why don't you just do Lego full time and say screw your day job. Yeah, but I enjoy having the light on in my house, you know. So that will never happen. Unless somebody's willing to sponsor me and stuff, and I might be able to pull it off, but I'm not going to sell out my business for that yet. And I'm too young to retire, so just forget that right now. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm just glad that this is the last one. I know I'm gonna say that probably in the whole video, but I'm really honestly sick of putting Minecraft sets together. Thought the theme was really cool, and it got to be the same old stuff, and just, hey, let's build 20 of the same thing, and it's just very small pieces, and you don't really get to the big build until later on. And yeah, I think that goes on the top. Actually, I need some of these wall elements in tan, so that may come in handy. Alright. Well, that just sits right on top of that, huh? So they used the flower down there to hang on to that. And I hope you ain't coming up to my door. Alright. I mean, I need to get this done. I want to hurry up, get the review done, and be like, whew, I want to build the big stuff. Guess I could use some of these parts for the terrain for the campground. I do get some requests to for me to do tutorials on how I do the terrain and stuff like that, and I may be able to do that. I really can't get into the big stuff until after this is done. Make sure I got the beehive in the right area. Alright, we got some weird thing we got to build now. It's like the rest of this is probably the tree, but I don't know yet. I think it's, well, we don't know yet. I have a buddy of mine that keeps rubbing in my face that he's always going on vacation and stuff. I'm like, well, good for you. You know, I just, some people do that stuff, and and I'm not the type of person to confront somebody about it, but why do people do that? I don't know. I can't just brag and go, look, I can do this. Well, I could do a lot of things, that you can't do. One of them being is I don't need to entertain me. I can build my MOX freehand. I mean, it's just, look at me, look what I can do. I don't brag about that I'm the best MOC builder. I know I'm average. I would say I'm the best. You know. Alright. What are we building? A concession stand? What it looks like. And my breathing's getting pretty bad. The air is just so trash out here. You're more wheezing than anything else. Okay, it's part of the tree. You start getting into these snot methods like this stuff doesn't really come apart easy, which is the whole goal. Maybe it wraps around the beehive. Well, it's part of the tree, though. Okay, the studs are the tubes are facing us. This just fits right in these two areas here. I'm just going to press inside. I'm not going to try to press on the top too much. So I don't know what that is unless it's to store things in there. Oh, okay, I see what you're supposed to do. So you're supposed to take your leftover beads and drop them inside there. Well, I'm going to swap those out when I do the actual review, so I'm not going to do that just yet. I still wish Lego would make these in orange for the pumpkin. They don't. I think that just fits right on top. Okay. So that's how that does that. Woo! So this is probably a birch tree. It's about to say acacia, but no, that would be a lie. The cake is a lie. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a video about autism and stuff. You know, I'm getting more and more fans who have it watching my content, and we can connect with one another. So what does that tell you? Nothing to be ashamed of. You just have to deal with it, right? Okay. And this is just a little tree. A little birch tree. Birch trees are pretty cool. You know, just the way they're put together and stuff. Hope I can get this done so I can watch the nightly news. Which we will have it done here real soon, huh? There we go. And the tree goes right here. Alright. This just randomly goes here. What do we have, a water spout? Oh, that's where the bees go. So, you slide the bee in here, so he just fits right inside there too. So there we go. That goes. There's one, and this just sits in here. They show them straight up, but I can't get them to do that. Maybe I'll have to. Oh, there we go. He's flying around there going to the flowers. And we have 3 bees. Okay, so that one bee goes inside the tree here. Where does the last bee go? Did I not pay attention? Okay. Oh, wait a minute. These are beehives. The beekeeper boxes. Okay, I was like, what are these for? Yeah, that's what those are. My bad, see? And then they show that these tiles go down here. So let's see if we can line them up here. Probably not, but they just throw them down like that. And that is it. Okay, and this is what we have left. So we got our village. Now I'm not sure why the villager was included in this. I think the NPC would have been enough, but I ain't going to complain about having extra figures. And the bee goes in here. If you want to set them in there, it's a good little storage area. Now how you hear that buzzing noise, I guess that's where they buzz at. And then we got the shovel. I'm not sure why we have a shovel for the beehive. You think it'd have clippers or something. Or shears, enchanted shears, or you've got a fire in here or something. Okay, now, rough review time. Well, before we do that, let's do the play feature. So you obviously get the sheep, the player, a couple of bees and stuff. So, yeah, let's go and do the review while we're doing this. It does have some motion in it. Oh, excuse me. So you can actually turn this around. These appear to be up a bit too high. Too bad they weren't down a little lower. Everything's printed, which is good. We got two figures and some little animal figures and stuff. It is playable, but it's pretty small. Is it durable? Yeah, probably not. It's a little bit, but not too much. For play value, yeah, it does have some play value, but not a whole lot. And I'm thinking this thing here in the middle is actually the campfire. This right here. It does come with a lot of accessories. I think this is more of an accessory pack to get the bee parts. The bee, the sheep, and the players. Did it keep my interest? When I started seeing duplicates at the first, yeah, I was kind of hesitant on it. And now, after finishing this set, you know, I'm glad that this is the last Minecraft set I got to put together, because these are kind of redundant and boring. Even through a work week, these were not really fun. This wasn't fun to put together. And so if you're an adult, putting this together probably won't entertain you too much. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some good pieces out of this. You could use this to enhance an existing Minecraft world that you're working on. But for somebody like myself, I'm not really into making Minecraft terrains. And this right here is left open. Ooh, excuse me, which leads to the build quality. How's the build quality on this? You know, it's okay. It just seems a bit flimsy in certain areas. These flowers will fall off and stuff. But this is recommended for 8 years and up. I don't know if an 8-year-old would even be entertained. Well, maybe if they're into Minecraft. So this is a display piece. It's playable, but as for myself as an adult putting this together, it was a bit on the dry side. You know, I'm just glad that this is done. That's sad when you feel like that about a Lego set, but Minecraft sets after a while are getting to be pretty redundant. So if I need the pieces, I will just hunt for them on other sources. You know, just most of these pieces I have. But it's got a good source of parts and stuff. But honestly, for me though, it's just an accessory set. It's pretty much what it is.